Welcome to Ping 24 Updates. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The Indo-Pacific was jolted by breaking news, sending ripples across the region and capturing the attention of military analysts and ordinary citizens alike. In a historic move, Japan will export its advanced Type-03 Chusam missile defense system to the Philippines, a first for both nations and a signal that the regional security order is evolving rapidly. This isn't just another arms deal, it's a dramatic shift in regional power, signaling a new era of alliances and cooperation. The agreement marks a significant milestone, reflecting growing trust and shared interests between Tokyo and Manila. For the Philippines, long under pressure from China's assertive moves in the West Philippine Sea, this is a potential game-changer, a technological shield for its sovereignty, and a boost to its national morale. In Beijing, the move is seen as a direct challenge to its ambitions. In Washington, it's a welcome sign of allies stepping up to share the burden of regional security. The world is watching as the balance of power subtly shifts. For ordinary Filipinos, it's a rare moment of hope amid constant intimidation in the West Philippine Sea. Many see this as a step toward a safer future where their voices and rights are better protected. The deal is more than hardware, it's a symbol of deepening partnership and shared resolve. It represents a commitment to mutual defense and a vision for a more secure Indo-Pacific. Japan, once bound by pacifism, is now stepping forward as a provider of advanced defense technology. This marks a significant transformation in Japan's defense policy, reflecting its growing sense of responsibility in the region. The decision to export the Type-03 marks a clear break from Japan's post-war stance, driven by a changing security environment and the need to support like-minded partners facing new threats. This is about more than missiles. It's about the Philippines seeking credible deterrence and Japan embracing a new role in regional security. Together, they are forging a path toward greater stability and cooperation. The Indo-Pacific strategic landscape has been irrevocably altered. Old assumptions are being challenged, and new partnerships are taking shape in response to emerging realities. A new chapter begins with Type-03 Chusam. The future of Philippine defense and the region itself is being rewritten before our eyes. The Indo-Pacific is transforming rapidly, becoming the epicenter of global change and uncertainty. Once known primarily for its economic dynamism and bustling trade routes, the region is now witnessing a profound shift in its strategic landscape. The focus is moving from economic growth and prosperity to intense strategic competition, as nations recalibrate their priorities in response to emerging threats. China's rapid military modernization and increasingly assertive territorial claims have created a sense of urgency and unease among its neighbors, prompting them to rethink their security strategies. In response, nations across the region are strengthening old alliances and forging new partnerships, such as the Quad, and more recently, the deepening defense cooperation between Japan and the Philippines. Japan's export of the advanced Type-03 missile system marks a historic milestone, signaling Tokyo's willingness to contribute to collective security and stability beyond its own borders for the first time in decades. This bold move is a direct response to years of regional instability, from China's construction of artificial islands to its use of gray zone tactics that blur the line between peace and conflict. Japan, facing its own territorial disputes with China, understands the mounting pressure and the risks of unchecked aggression intimately. By providing the Philippines with credible air defense capabilities, Japan is not only supporting a key partner, but also contributing to regional deterrence and stability. The old post-war order is fading, and in its place democracies are coming together, determined to uphold a rules-based international system and protect shared interests. By arming the Philippines, Japan is helping to create a resilient network of states, capable of responding collectively to any challenge. This growing cooperation strengthens the entire Indo-Pacific security chain, making it harder for any single power to dominate the region. The region's future now depends on these new, robust partnerships, alliances that will shape the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific for years to come. For the Philippines, regional competition is a daily reality in the West Philippine Sea. Chinese vessels harass Filipino ships and fishermen, enforcing sweeping, unfounded claims. China's gray zone tactics, using Coast Guard and maritime militia, create constant pressure without open conflict. The Philippines faces a dilemma: respond and risk escalation, or do nothing and lose ground. The psychological toll is immense, with every incident broadcast as a reminder of vulnerability. Diplomatic protests are ignored. China's goal is to wear down Philippine resolve. This is about more than territory. It's about sovereignty and the nation's future. China's militarized islands now project power deep into Southeast Asia, directly threatening the Philippines. Any Philippine vessel or aircraft is within range of Chinese assets. Building credible defense is now a necessity for Philippine survival. The Philippines has a critical gap: air defense. Decades of focusing on internal threats left the AFP unprepared for modern, state-level adversaries. Fighter jets alone aren't enough. Without ground-based air defense, they're vulnerable on the runway and in the air. A robust air defense system detects, tracks, and destroys incoming threats, protecting both military and civilian assets. For the Philippines, this would be a strategic game-changer, raising the cost for any aggressor. Deterrence is about making conflict too costly for the enemy. A modern air defense network empowers the Philippines to assert sovereignty and protect its forces. It gives leaders more options in a crisis, shifting from weakness to strength. A sky shield is not just defense, it's national power. For decades, Japan's constitution enforced a pacifist identity, banning weapons exports and limiting its military. But the rise of China and North Korea forced Tokyo to rethink its security posture. The US could no longer be relied on to handle all threats. Japan needed a more active role. In 2014, Japan eased its export ban, allowing defense transfers under strict conditions. The decision to export the Type-03 Chusam to the Philippines is the boldest step yet, a break with pacifist constraints. Japan is now helping partners build their defenses, not just its own. This marks a fundamental redefinition of Japan's role in the world. Japan's strategy has shifted from exclusive self-defense to proactive collective security. Instability in the Indo-Pacific now directly threatens Japan's interests, especially its vital sea lanes. Ensuring freedom of navigation is a core national interest, not just charity. Supplying the Type-03 to the Philippines is a direct application of this new strategy. By strengthening the Philippines, Japan helps stabilize the region and protect its own economic lifelines. This forward-leaning approach pushes Japan's defensive perimeter outward. It also strengthens the US-Japan alliance, answering Washington's call for greater regional burden sharing. Partners like Japan now help frontline states build capacity. The result? A resilient, integrated security network that's harder for adversaries to undermine. Japan is no longer waiting for threats, it's helping allies hold the line. The Type-03 Chusam is Japan's premier medium-range air defense system, mobile, versatile, and highly effective. Its components, command vehicle, radar, missile launchers, work seamlessly for rapid deployment. The advanced AESA radar tracks multiple targets with precision, resisting jamming. Fire and forget missiles engage everything from cruise missiles to fighter jets at over 50 kilometers. For the Philippines, the Type-03 fills a massive gap, providing a protective layer for key assets. Batteries could defend Manila or vital air bases, ensuring leadership and military survival in a crisis. The system's mobility allows it to relocate quickly, making it hard to target. Shoot-and-scoot tactics create an unpredictable air defense umbrella. For an archipelago like the Philippines, this flexibility is invaluable. The Type-03 is a true guardian for Philippine skies. The transfer of the Type-03 missile system is more than just a straightforward military transaction. It's a powerful symbol of shifting dynamics in Asia. This deal represents a significant turning point, sending ripples far beyond the immediate parties involved. For Japan, this marks a coming of age as a security provider and a leader among Asia's democracies. It's a bold step away from its post-war pacifism, signaling a new era where Japan takes a more active role in regional security and defense cooperation. For the Philippines, the deal is a major boost to national confidence and a clear sign of strengthening partnerships. It demonstrates Manila's commitment to modernizing its defenses and forging alliances that can help safeguard its sovereignty. The message is unmistakable: the Philippines will not be intimidated by external threats and is determined to build credible, modern defenses to protect its interests, especially in contested waters. Predictably, China will likely condemn the deal, framing it as a provocation. But this reaction only highlights why such partnerships are necessary in the first place. The move exposes China's desire for weak neighbors and unchecked expansion, making it clear that regional powers are no longer willing to stand by passively. Other Southeast Asian nations are watching closely. This agreement could serve as a model for future cooperation, inspiring similar defense partnerships across the region. The growing Japan-Philippines partnership demonstrates that there are real alternatives to Chinese dominance, and that collective security is possible through collaboration. This landmark deal may inspire others to seek similar partnerships, gradually creating a resilient and interconnected regional security network that can deter aggression. The ripples from this deal could ultimately reshape the security landscape across Asia, fostering a new era of cooperation, deterrence, and shared responsibility. The political agreement is just the beginning. Deploying the Type-03 in the Philippines is a complex process. Japan must finalize export regulations and legal frameworks for the transfer. Detailed negotiations will set the price, number of batteries, and training packages. Philippine soldiers will need extensive training from Japanese experts. Logistics, transport, maintenance, and spare parts must be planned. The Philippine military will choose strategic deployment sites and upgrade infrastructure. Integrating the Type-03 into command networks is a technical challenge. Full operational capability will take months of training and exercises. The journey is long, but the destination, a secure, sovereign Philippines, is worth it.